Hello guys, welcome back to the next episode of Kerbal Space Program with me, Biffa. We are back here again with the Bumblebee, and you guys have given me some excellent suggestions to try and make this thing flight worthy and land worthy. And you know what? I think this is the design. Not much has changed since before, just a couple of things. The wings are angled up at the back here ever so slightly. I didn't realise if you press Shift and Q and E, it will just sort of move the angle up, which is good. Our thrust, of course, centre of thrust is here, centre of lift and centre of mass. Mass is here, lift is here, just slightly behind. That's what you want. So you want the plane to try and want to nose up a little bit, so you get a bit of extra lift from that. I've added these winglets to the front. They're not the ones that... Who was it that sent me the picture? Somebody sent me a really cool picture which helped. Let me find it, and I will tell you who it was. It's on my next page. Here we go. It was Fuzzy One Kenobi sent me a picture, and he had these on the front, or a similar thing to these. This is the nearest I've got. They don't move, which is good, but boy, do they make a difference. So this thing is amazing. Let's put up the throttle to full. Let me show you how good this is. Let's just check we've got everything. We've got that, we've got parachutes, and that's if we do need to lose that section, then parachutes on here. I've not had to jettison anything yet. That will tell you how good this is going. So let's get the brakes off. Let's fire. Let's go. This thing lifts off so much quicker than the other big craft we had. Look at this, we're taking off already, and we haven't even got anywhere near the end of the runway. And the turning on this is great. Look at that. So much better than before. It's fantastic. I've been flying this around for a while just to try it out a bit. Let's just level off a bit. What I want to do... it's quite stable as well, which is good. I want to just take it out here, just go around the bay, and then come back in again. And it's pretty quick. I don't know what it is, but it will get up to quite high speeds very fast. We're just going to throttle back a little bit. And also it will drop and pick up very quickly, which the other one didn't do. There we go. Look, within a few feet we're up and down, which is good. We're getting some nice lift. And I think it's these little winglets on the front have made the difference. There we go. Let's just take it out a little bit further, then we're going to turn it around. But that has made all the difference. So my centre of lift and my centre of mass are on the same plane. Obviously it is a plane, but on the same level, so in a straight line. But my lift is just slightly behind, and that's really helped. But I think it's just those two winglets on the front have made all the difference. So now suddenly we can do all sorts of turning. Let's not turn too quick, otherwise we do drop. There we go. See, we're turning and we're picking up height at the same time. If you sort of balance those two things together, there we go, you can do it pretty well. And you've got to sort of keep in mind, it's hard to tell when you're over the ocean that you are actually turning. But if you get some land in view, you can see. So let's try and swing this round a bit more. But this thing will do barrel rolls and everything. It's really cool. Jeb loves it. Oh, let's just make sure we're not losing any height. Not losing too much. Let's pick it up again. This thing on the back so wobbly. It is pretty rubbish. I need to try and unlock some more parts for this because it's not the best. Okay, let's try and turn ourselves around. I have managed to land this. I didn't record it. I'm very annoyed. But there we go. Let's just cut back on the throttle a bit as well. I landed it on the grass, which was fine. That worked out okay. So let's just get this down a bit lower and a bit slower. And I think the plane overall is just a lot more stable. In fact, we might even make it to the runway if we're careful. Let's just not get too low. Okay, we've sort of got it lined up. Let's just slow ourselves down a bit. Also, you can, I think, waggle slows you down a bit, does it? We're slowing down anyway. Let's just see how low we can go. Oh, let's drop the engine down. Unfortunately, you don't sort of get any lift without the engine on at all, so it will start to drop quite quickly if we're not careful. Okay, we're coming in. Well, we're going to miss the runway, unfortunately, but the grass isn't too bad. Let's just have a tiny bit of engine because we're dropping quite quickly. It may touch the end of the runway. No, I don't think we will. Okay, let's just keep things levelled out. We're doing alright, we're not doing too bad. We're slowed right down, which is good. Oh, this could be it. I'm pulling back to try and lift this up. We've done it. Let's cut the engine. Let's put on the brakes. Oh my goodness, the first successful landing. I'm not touching anything. I'm just going to let this finish. I don't want to flip it over or anything. He's so pleased, you can tell. Oh my goodness, the first successful takeoff and landing of the Bumblebee Mark, I don't know what this is, Mark 5 or something. Oh, fantastic. Look at that, we've done it, and we probably can even get some science. Let's do a crew report all the way over here. Get a little bit of science as well. Jebediah, you've done it. Thank you very much for your help as well, guys. Particularly Fuzzy One Kenobi that sent me that picture. I think these two little winglets on the front have made all the difference. That is brilliant. Right, let's recover this craft. There we go. And let's see what we've got. 20 science. Brilliant. So we haven't got a huge amount to spend, but that's okay. And we've got everything back. And surprised you didn't get any XP for that, but there we go. Right, just back in here, adding a service bay to this so we can do a bit of science this time. Oh, that's the Science Junior. We could... I don't know whether we're going to get in too big with adding that on as well, but something you guys told me to try and fit bits into here more easier. Easier? That's not a word, is it? It's to turn the angle snap off. And then when you place these things in here... Let's grab one of those. There we go. They will actually place inside here rather than sort of clipping through and attaching somewhere else. So we can add our mystery goo and all these sort of things onto here. That's fine. No point adding all of those. Let's just have a look. So our centre of lift, this one here, is behind, which is good. If we actually move this back and added a Science Junior on here as well... Centre of lift and centre of mass actually isn't too bad. I'm wondering whether we could get away with that, because without these on... let's remove that, let's remove those and put that on. You know, that's centre of the craft and a bit of space there. No, not that one, this one. And then if we do... Oh no, that was right. That there... Put these there, that there, and that there. So not far off the centre. It's slightly getting bigger, isn't it now? The Bumblebee Mark III has been converted to a science vehicle. I'm just wondering whether... We don't need a heat shield, do we? So, wondering whether that would be okay. And also, I kept closing this. Opening and closing... No, this one here. Thinking that this was going to cause drag. Apparently it won't, so that's not a problem to worry about. Okay, well then let's give this a go. Let's save this one and see whether this is just as manoeuvrable and possibly landable as it was without the science. 29 of 30 pieces. Yep, we're okay. Let's go for launch. Right, let's put our brakes on. Throttle to maximum. And let's see whether this has got as much lift. Yeah, that's all set up correctly. As much lift and manoeuvrability as it had before. It's not much bigger. It'll be interesting to see how much of a difference this makes. So already the weight is a difference. There we go. It's taken longer to take off. Turning is all over the place. Let's put SAS on. Yeah, not quite as... It rolls as well. Woohoo! But not quite as good on turning left and right. Now we're getting the air. This is what we used to have before. Let's just level out a bit. How high are we going? Yeah, we're going quite high. Let's just level out a touch. Turning's not quite as good, but... hopefully... that's okay. So I may just go and see if we can visit... some other biomes. Let's head over this way and see what we can find. Right, we have the opportunity for some science. We'll do a temperature scan. There we go. We'll keep that. Excellent. The next amount of science that I really need to give me some more parts for a good plane is 90 science. I'm at 20 at the moment. So I don't think I've got any missions that I can do. Oh, I've tested this jet engine, but we need to get this one up to 12,000 meters, which isn't going to happen in this vehicle, unfortunately. Whoa, getting a bit jumpy, getting a bit squirrely. But that's fine. I can run a few missions. We can work our way up to that. And I want to get back doing some rockets as well. But I'm so glad that we can get this to take off and land. So let's see if we can get a bit more science over here. I think this is probably... I'm quite sure we're going to get shore over here and some other... Oh, we're getting quite quick. Getting some speed up here. Heading into Mach 1 by the look of it, which is interesting. Now what I'm thinking is, as we have parachutes on this other section as well, we can still recover that. Is I'm thinking of maybe heading over to the mountains, ejecting our pod, getting Jebediah here to jump out and do some science. Woohoo! Do some science in the mountains. I think that might be a good idea. They're not too far away. We've got plenty of fuel. May even be there's some flat land there. If I fly by and there isn't, then we're definitely going to do the parachute option. And hopefully that will get us some extra science. We probably could get some here if we jumped out, but I know definitely we'll get some at the mountains. So, I mean, that looks like mountains over there. I'm assuming this is over here too. Are we still... We're still high enough. Let's take a quick look. Maybe need to go a bit further. We shall see when we get there. Okay, here we are. I'm thinking these are maybe highlands rather than mountains, but certainly we've not been here before. Let's cut the engine. Let's eject that and fire our parachutes. Hopefully... Yep, that's got the parachutes up as well. Hopefully we're all okay. Let's have a look. We've already done this one here. Let's open this and we can observe the mystery goo. There we go. 0.4 of science. Not much science. Okay, well, we'll get that anyway. Let's just see. Hopefully everything's going to land nicely. That engine was off. I'm hoping that's going to touch down. Just don't want it to crash and explode. Let's just speed things up a tiny bit. See what happens. Yeah, it's definitely got the engine on still. I thought I turned it off. Please don't explode. Oh, it was only the parachutes that exploded. Okay, well that's not too bad. We've still got the rest of the plane. Shame he's not an engineer. We could have put the whole thing back together. Okay, we're touchdown. Yay! And we're on the wheels. Brilliant. Well, let's put the brakes on just so we don't roll away. And we've got some more science options here. An EVA report. So let's get that. There we go. 5.6 science. Fantastic. Let's review the report. Nope, didn't want to do that. Can we store the report? Take the data that's in there. Store the 2 experiments that's in there. Fantastic. Let's have a look over here. Let's get down onto the ground. Come on, Jebediah. Practice your spacewalking. Oh, we can do more. We can do another EVA report. Very good. Excellent. Well, I think that's probably it for what we can do around here. So let me bring all of these back. And it survived as well. Fantastic. Let me bring all of these back and we'll see what we've got. So let's recover him. There we go. And that will give us a few science. Let's see. Yay, up to 22. Good, good. And then we need to find our craft and bring those back as well. I think we can just look at the map. There we go. We can. I think we just click on that and recover. There we go. Up to 41. That is fantastic. There we go. And I think that counts as bringing back the whole craft, which is good. So let's just look at our size. These are the ones that we've got open to us next. We have flight control with a much better cockpit. Reaction wheel, much better for when we're in space. And these winglets, which I think are going to be certainly an upgrade to what we've got. Then we've got general rocketry, which gives us some different engines, a bigger fuel tank, some more construction options here. But I think this one here, flight control and aerodynamics, actually was the one I was looking for with 90 science. We've got all sorts of intakes and nose cones and winglets and liquid fuselages and things like that. That could be really good, helping us get around to some other places here on Kerbin. So what I might do is between now and next episode, I'll probably take a couple of flights out to the mountains and that sort of thing, and pick up some more science, see if we can't get that up to 90, and then look at what we're going to do next. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're new, please feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. And don't forget to leave comments as well, because they are really helping. That certainly helped me out this time. Thanks again to Fuzzy Wom Kenobi, great name. That really helped me out. And I will see you next time on Kerbal Space Program. Take care. Bye-bye.